In this episode of Carpe Diem.
Are you intimidated by technology? Zoomers represent the biggest users and purchasers of new tech products. With so many advancements, our lives are more connected than ever. Are you keeping up?
Carpe Diem. Seizing the day for Canadians as we age.
The big topic today is technology. But before we get into all the gigabytes and megabytes, time to meet a man with mega energy. 71-year-old Mike Talek, or Coach, as we all know him, is this week's Zippy Zoomer.
Hey everyone, we're in North Vancouver today with Zippy Zoomer Mike Coach Talek. He's going to show us an amazing workout today.
Let's go, Leah. Sit down. Put your hips over in, and touch this ball. I was vice president of the Canadian Weightlifting Federation, technical for 17 years, and I was on the Olympic Games with Canadian team, like on 10 Olympic Games.
So how old are you now, Mike?
71.
Mike likes to coach people. He's been doing it for a long time. He's got a crew here today. He's going to show them the ropes.
Full extension. Can you do this?
Mike is a living legend. Mike is a guy that I met in 1999. A good friend of mine, Justin Ring, brought me out to the training group. And at that time, I was playing with the Montreal Alouettes, the CFL football team out east. And, I met Mike, and that 1 year simply impacted and changed my life completely.
Next generation,
Pass
that's
the torch,
true.
man. Pass the torch. That's it.
Isn't it embarrassing when Mike can do more stuff than you sometimes?
Yeah, I get out of
No, I couldn't do this. No.
Is he always this hard on you?
Oh, it's fun. Love this.
Good.
Age is not a factor with Mike for sure. He understands that the basic Olympic lifts are what's going to help you get explosive.
Nice. Arch back, please.
Canucks team, 93, 94, 95. I was personal trainer of the Travel Linden for 8 years.
Triceps press down, reverse grip for low triceps. I have to be busy. If I'm not busy, I'm dead. Putting my energy in myself, dealing with people and coaching people.
99, 100. I'm going to keep working out here. In the meantime, we're going to head back to the studio with Carmen. If you have a Zoomer to nominate, don't forget to contact zippyzoomer@carp.ca.
That's my coach. With me today are Steve Dotto, technology guru, and Ramona Captain from Carpe. Steve, you're super fit these days.
I don't know if I'm super fit, but about a little over a year ago, I kind of hit a crossroads and decided I was going to either keep getting unfitter, or I was going to turn my life around, and I've been working pretty hard for the past little over a year.
And I bet you use some techie gadgets for all this, do you?
You know, the technology helps. It helps keep me focused. It helps keep me disciplined. Obviously, it's got a big part in my life.
And Ramona, you're a Zippy Zoomer.
I certainly am, and very involved with Carpe, and I go to Aquasize, and I also like to walk a lot. I don't want to sit on the couch, and I have technology to help me. It's a Garmin, and you just press the little button, tells you how many calories you've used, how many steps you've taken, and it's really a wonderful piece of equipment. Great technology.
And Steve, you've got a gadget.
Yeah, I wear the Apple Watch. Mine's better than yours.
And more expensive too.
I will admit that.
All right, I want to hear more about your technology. We're going to take a short break, but stay tuned. You'll be amazed with the new technologies in health.
Coming up on Carpe Diem.
So now we're not talking about printing an implant out of metal and then implanting it, but actually taking a patient's cells and using those to print.
Carpe Diem. Seizing the day for Canadians as we age.
In this segment, we're talking health and medicine technology, but first we're going to take a look at a clip from Moses Neimer's Idea City, where we see how 3D printing is changing and extending lives. The future It's here.
So now we're not talking about printing an implant out of metal and then implanting it, but actually taking a patient's cells and using those to print. So what we've done here, this is a meniscus cartilage of the knee. We CT scanned a sheep, and then we took cells from the meniscus, cultured them, and then reprinted the new meniscus. And this is here, this is meniscus, and here's the CT scan. And we incubated this for 3 months. It becomes similar to the original, and then you can implant that back in. So we're not talking about a plastic replacement part that has wear and tear. It's not a transplant that has rejection issues. This is literally an original part.
Ramona, you had a hip replacement. Could you imagine that they could have done one from your own DNA?
That would have been wonderful. I wouldn't be setting off the alarms at all the airports, and yeah, it would really be fabulous.
Do you really set off alarms?
Sometimes, yes. I have a titanium hip.
Steve, could you have imagined where all this is going?
With 3D printing and all of that. I mean, the entire medical science frontier is moving just at light speed. I was reading about they're now creating custom nanobots out of DNA, designer robots to attack your specific cancer, and it's their cure rates are phenomenal.
They're printing prosthetics, hearts. It's an amazing thing. Speaking of amazing, let's go back to Idea City for this clip.
Now, normally a lung will die within 2 to 3 minutes at normal body temperature if it's not supported or cooled. Here you have a lung, which happens to be a pig lung, that was taken out of a pig and preserved and put on our device earlier this morning. And what it has is it has a pump that perfuses a nutritive solution through it that keeps the lung alive, provides nutrient, removes waste. It has a breathing machine, a ventilator, just like you have for patients in the intensive care unit, and a responsive system that can cater to the needs of the lung. And what we can do as a take-home message for you is a personalized medicine approach to management of organ donors.
I was at Idea City for both those presentations, and you could hear the audible gasps from the audience. Steve, what does this make you feel? You're a technology guy, and you see where it's going.
Well, it's encouraging. When we bring technology back to our personal level, it's intimidating. All of the change is intimidating, and we struggle with that. But then when we have a need, that's the first place we look. Specific things that are going to make a difference in 1, 2, 3, 500, 5,000 people's lives. It's happening every day.
Well, I know that the 3D printing is affordable, so it's very convenient. And speaking of convenient, you've brought a toy from Carpe that I want to know about.
Yes, I certainly have. This is called Care Track. You wear it around your neck, and you just press a little button. It has two-way communication, so you can speak to your family, or it goes directly to emergency services if you need that kind of help. Say you're a wanderer, possibly you have dementia, Alzheimer's, and you wander. You'll be picked up wherever you are. You can be spotted because of the GPS technology. You know, good for falls. If you fall down and can't get up, you just press the button and help's on its way.
So could family members then be able to track their loved one and know exactly where they are physically, two-way communication there?
Absolutely. Yes, yes, they can. As a Carpe member, you get a discount on this as well, by the way.
That's important to know. We were talking about some of the technology that you've used for your fitness. Mm-hmm. Dive into that a little bit more.
Let me ask Ramona a question to set this up. With your step tracker, do you walk more because you've got that on?
Absolutely.
Why?
Absolutely, because I check it during the day, and you just press a little button, and if you see you haven't walked enough, you get moving. You start walking around in circles in the house, or you go outside.
Now we call this gamification. This is where technology becomes a game. You know, we set a goal, and since we're now measuring the goal, and we can't fake it, right? It's not like you can, I'll step on the scale tomorrow because today I know I cheated a bit, so tomorrow I'll be extra good. No, you can see how many steps you took today. And so by adding this accountability, which technology does so well for us, It can measure how much we weigh. I've got a scale that measures not just how much I weigh, but how much percentage of body fat I have. And it talks to my phone, so I can't avoid it. It lets my phone know, so it's there on my phone. It makes it a little bit fun too. You always feel good. Do you get a little buzz when you hit your goal?
Oh, absolutely.
And that gives you
it feels really good.
Yeah.
I always check it. I take it off when I go to bed. You can keep them on at night as well,
And
and
it'll track your sleep
track
patterns.
your sleep patterns. But when I go to bed at night, it's the last thing I look at. And if I've done 10,000 steps, I think, yes, that's good.
Yes.
That's a good accomplishment. Now, something else I was looking at when I was going through the Carpe website is how technology and medicine are molding together in Carpe Health 360. That's a really interesting thing that you have there.
Carpe 360, it's an app, and you download and you can enter all of your medical records, all the prescriptions you take. There can be reminders for prescriptions, your doctors, all your medical records, and they are then available to your family. So say that your sister's taking care of your mother, but your sister can't make it to an appointment one day, so you go. And then you have all the records there right in front of you, so you know exactly what's going on. And it's available to Carpe members. With your Carpe membership, it's free. So this is a wonderful, wonderful tool to have to keep track of everything that, you know, everything about you medically.
I just love technology, and we have so much more to talk about. We're going to take a short break and hear what you have to say about tech toys.
It's kind of dragged into the cell phone thing, kicking and screaming, but no, I love it. I use it all the time.
Carpe Diem. Seizing the day for Canadians as we age.
Welcome back. Are you intimidated or just plain confused by computers, tablets, smartphones, smart houses? Wonder how you can stay in touch but still keep it simple? Let's see a clip from 1967 where Walter Cronkite predicted what our communication devices might look like in 2001.
This console provides a summary of news relayed by satellite from all over the world. Now, to get a newspaper copy for permanent reference, I just turn this button. When I've finished catching up on the news, I might check the latest weather. This same screen can give me the latest report on the stocks I might own. A telephone is this instrument here, a mock-up of a possible future telephone. This would be the mouthpiece. Now, if I want to see the people I'm talking with, I just turn the button and there they are. In the 21st century, it may be that no home will be complete without a computerized communications console.
Steve, that must make you chuckle.
We're all going to laugh and say he missed the mark because all of that's in a phone. But you know what he really missed the mark? They missed the mark in those days, is they missed the fact that because of the advancements in technology and networking, the internet, is the division between our work and our personal life is gone. See, he lived in an era where you went to work, you came home, and there was this division between work and home. And you retired, and that was a separation from work for all time. We don't live in that world anymore. Our work and our home life blends together in all ways, and who really retires anymore? The internet and technology has changed the fabric of our society. It's changed the way we look at aging. It's changed the way we look at ourselves. It's changed the way we look at how we engage. That's one of the reasons I charge ahead so hard and stay current with all the technology, because that's the train that's leaving the station. And if we're not on board, then we're going to be left behind and we're going to be marginalized.
Well, as Zoomers, we're not staying behind.
No, sorry.
And now let's see what they predicted for how technology would help us in the kitchen.
Preparation of a meal in the 21st century could be almost fully automatic. Meals in this kitchen of the future are programmed. The menus given to the automatic chef by a typewriter or punched computer cards. The proper pre-packaged ingredients are conveyed from the storage area and moved into this microwave oven where they are cooked in seconds. When the meal is done, the food comes out here. When my meal's ready, instead of reaching for a stack of plates, I just punch a button and the right amount of cups and saucers are molded on the spot.
That kitchen reminds me of the Jetsons.
You know, he was talking about the kitchen in the future being devices and cooking. The kitchen in the future is here. It's Google Home. And it's not about cooking things more effectively or differently. Food hasn't changed. What has changed is how we access the information around it. And I've got one of these in my kitchen, and it's completely changed how I act in the kitchen and how I think and what's accessible to me in the kitchen. Let me explain what it is, just in case anybody doesn't know. This is a Google Home, which is one of a class of, they're called smart speakers. So they're internet-connected devices, and they do a great job of allowing you to play music in any room in the house. But because the Google Home is connected to the internet and it's from Google, and what's Google all about? Search. You can ask it for different information. So I can say, hey Google, give me a recipe for blackening spices.
Okay, I've got a recipe called Blackened Seasoning Mix from All Recipes. This recipe serves 12 and takes about 5 minutes to make. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Great, let's get started. Would you like to prepare the ingredients or skip to the instructions?
Hey Google, stop. So it'll now walk through all of the spices that I need in order to make a blackening spice.
And it'll give you a recipe to cook, Mexican chicken or whatever.
And if it says put it in the oven for 30 minutes, to say, okay Google, set the timer for 30 minutes.
All right, 30 minutes, starting now.
I time everything in the kitchen that I have to. I never burn anything anymore. And here's the best part. Here's the absolute best part. You know when you're cooking, your hands are a mess and you realize you've run out of dry mustard? Okay Google, put dry mustard on my shopping list.
Okay, I've added dry mustard to your shopping list.
So now, when I'm at the store, I open the Google Home app and boom, you see it happen? Right there, dry mustard just appeared.
Immediate.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the kitchen of the future.
Wow, Ramona, do you want one?
I already have one, and I use it for getting crossword answers.
You use it to cheat.
That's
I certainly do.
And Google knows that you're cheating.
It plays beautiful music. You just ask it to play something and it comes right on. It's very good. I mean, it's all hands-free. You don't have to go plug anything in. It's right there.
So I'm like the audience, thinking about getting toys, but maybe I'm intimidated because I don't know how to set it up.
It's very easy to set up. And with the Google Home and with Amazon's Alexa or Apple's HomePod, you can also set them up in multiple rooms in your house, and they can communicate with each other, so you can have music playing in all, or you can use them as an intercom. There's lots of different ways to use them. With all technology, one of my rules is you can't learn to use technology for technology's sake. You have to have a reason to use it. So you know what the reason for you is? Music. You love music.
I do.
And so you get it and you set it up with Google Play Music, and then you've got the music you want, where you want, when you want, and then you discover other things to do. But it has to have one anchor reason to be in your life.
I got one like this, and then it came with the smaller one that I have on my desk. So this is in the kitchen, and the smaller one is on my desk.
And you can broadcast from one to the other.
Yes, they're wonderful.
We're going to take a little break, and let's hear about what you have to say about technology at home.
Everything is just about, targeted marketing and selling your data.
You think that you've got a smart fridge and it's private, but in fact it's radiating, and someone with a smartphone and some knowledge can play with it, and can play with your computer and your car, your heating system. So dangerous.
If you can do something with your own hands, why do we need to have a whole bunch of voice command materials that'll possibly break down?
Carpe Diem. Seizing the day for Canadians as we age.
It's now time to go around the table for our panel's final thoughts on technology and us. Steve?
I just was in for a procedure, and I was listening to a young woman her elderly father was there, and English wasn't his first language. She was a nurse, and she was going through his prescriptions with the charge nurse to make sure that he could take the procedure that he was going to have that day. And I realized what a nightmare it was for them to communicate back and forth and to make sure that they weren't putting his life at risk because of the medication he was taking for the medications they were going to give him for the procedure. And something like 360 would be such a godsend for everybody in that space. But the reason that it's challenging is privacy, right? Because all of that information would be available, but because of our privacy laws in Canada, our different caregivers can't share the information back and forth. But if we own the information, as you do in 360, we can give permission to then share it, and that it could be a lifesaver for a lot of people. And at the very least, think about how much stress it reduces for the sandwich generation, taking care of their parents, having all that information in one place and knowing they've got it there when they need it. I think that's an awesome service.
And wonderful for travel. It's a very, very good. I mean, I just love it.
Yeah.
Carpe Health 360, free to Carpe members, and there's very inexpensive upgrades if you want an upgrade. But the basic part is free with a membership. This is as safe as online banking.
Yeah, and there's always going to be risks attached to everything, but our society's changed with all of this technology. You know, we are changing and we're evolving. This communication is part of us now. And you know, we're developing a bit of a hive mind where we're sharing information and we're able to access it through things like the different search technologies that are so relevant. So, you know, you can choose to step apart, but that means you're not going to be moving with the mainstream. And there's good and there's bad in as we move ahead, but you will have no influence on it if you're outside.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And I think also, Ramona, you brought, just to close it, I didn't want to leave out the Zoomer phone, the Zoomer Wireless, because it's a small flip phone for people that are intimidated by technology, but it also incorporates an emergency button. So it's so easy to carry in your pocket and off you go.
They're nice big numbers. I can take my glasses off and see everything. You can text. It's got a nice clear screen. Again, this is available through a Carpe membership. Zoomer Wireless provides these. It's a wonderful thing to have if you don't want to have a phone like this.
Yeah.
You can go to your library. There are many, many places you can go and you learn how to use this technology. And once you get the hang of it, it is easy peasy.
And YouTube is the best place for that.
Because that's where you live.
That's where I live.
Dottotech.com.
Yes, ma'am.
And carpe.ca. Thank you so much for being with us. You've just made my day. And that's the show. Remember, as our Carpe president, Moses Neimer, always says, the best way to keep going is to keep going. So stay zippy and seize your day.